All right, you guys, we are recording. My name is Ellen, and I am the founder of Team Play Hard. And this isn't a typical team call, so I'm not sure who else is going to come on. And in fact, I'd like to just make the recording like not even team specific so that people that are of different organizations can share and use this if they'd like. Basically, we're going to be doing a recap of Summit as quickly as possible because some of you are on the East Coast, like Janet, you're East Coast. And so it's 10 o'clock at night for you. And I'm traveling, as is Michelle, who's on the line tomorrow. And I still need to pack. Michelle probably still needs to pack too. So I'm going to kick this thing off right away. Yes, sweet. I'm so happy some of you guys are joining. I see Marcus is coming on and George. All right, so it's a good call to take notes on if you're prepared that way. First of all, thank you so much for coming on. And how many of you guys, by show of hands, were at Coach Summit this year? Betty and Sherry and myself and Dana, who just popped on, and Marcus, who's on. I know Michelle was there, and I know George is on, and Janet was there. I saw you, Janet. So that's so awesome. So it'll be a little bit of a review, which is really helpful. For those of you guys that were at Summit, it is like information overload. So this call will help you like process the bullet points. And for those of you that weren't able to attend, this call will be very, very important for you so you know what's going on. Coach Summit is our annual convention, and always there's always big announcements and things that if you don't stay caught up on, you will actually feel like you're falling behind in our very rapid quick-paced business. So I got a Voxer message from Sherry today who's on. She's smiling in the middle of the screen. Wave, Sherry. She left me a voice message and she said, "Thank you so much for making me come to Summit." I didn't feel like I actually made anyone, but I did really push her to come because it is such an investment, and she was having like cars break down and all kinds of, you know, how like right when you need to, when you need money, how everything goes wrong. It was kind of one of those seasons in her life, and she trusted me and she went, and she, you know, Dana's on. She like has never been on an airplane. It was frightening. It was scary. And so anyway, Sherry said, "Thank you so much for making me go," because it truly is everything it's cracked up to be. I see Cloud is hopping on. Kelly, Marcus is nodding in agreement. It was his first summit, you guys. He's waving. I love this about our business. Marcus and I have been online partners. He's one of my personally sponsored. And, you know, I got to meet him for the first time, got to meet Dana for the first time. It's magic when we get to come together. Okay, let's move on. I'm really excited. This might have been, I don't know, it might have been the best summit ever. There's a lot to be made aware of. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the sale that's happening right now for next year's summit ticket. And some of you guys are part of the Beachbody Live family, meaning you teach classes. Laura is, obviously Michelle is our format expert for PIO. Many of you guys teach our formats. And when you go to, Stacy does, Janet does, when you go to our certifications, you are like heavily incentivized to enroll for what is called the pro team. You're heavily incentivized to like invest and put skin in the game like the day of the training. And the reason for that is because the day of the training, when you go to learn a new format to teach in a gym or in a church or whatever, your very own intentions of following through that brought you to that training to begin with are at their all-time highest. And the company wants you to be successful as an instructor to be. And they know that if you don't have pro team, which is where we get our ongoing choreography and music for those of you that aren't part of the live family, they know that without that, you're not set up for success. And so you get a big benefit when right after the training, like that very weekend, you invest in pro team. Coach Summit is the same thing. Our vigor and excitement and intensity about this business are at an all-time high coming out of Summit. And Beachbody wants to harness that, capitalize on it, incentivize us when our intention is at its peak, because they know that we need to be part of these annual conventions. They are like the college of our business. This is investing into our business. And it is critical, and that's not to shame any of you guys who weren't able to make it. So my point number 1 is take advantage of the sale now. Put skin back in the game now. If you wait, I'm going to tell you, you probably won't do it. Do it now. It's on sale for a reason. It's on sale to harness our excitement and intensity now. It's going to be a little harder for you guys that weren't there because you guys aren't still high as a kite on how exciting it was. But those of you that were there it'll be a little easier for you to make that decision. It is, if you want to write this down, feel free. It is, the sale goes to July 8th. But I would say do it tonight. I would say do it right away. And it's $130 and you save $165. The other thing, and there's different tiers. You can pay more and get a refundable ticket, or pay a little less, which is what I always pay less and get a non-refundable because it's non-negotiable to me. I'm going to go. So I always pay less and get the non-refundable. Summit next year is in Indianapolis again, and the dates are July 11th to the 14th. I was not excited about Indianapolis for a lot of reasons, but it was actually really cool. Very cool city, accommodated us well. The weather wasn't horrific compared to some of the other places we've been. It was good. Okay, one more thing on that point. In your team pages, those of you that aren't part of my team page, in your team pages, take some leadership, and one of you or the admin or the upline of that page, I encourage you to create a graphic like a bell or something. Like our team always does a ring the bell thing. I bought my summit ticket. I made a ring the bell post, and I asked my team, every one of you, when you buy your summit ticket, put it under my ring the bell post, which does a couple things. It shows us who all is coming, and it kind of fosters that excitement, and it continues to bump that ring the bell post to the top of the page, so it's continuing to remind people that they need to do that. Okay, so that's all I want to say about Summit next year. Let's move on. There is, historically, if you're a new coach, you might not know what I'm talking about, but we do quarterly pushes to help generate volume and income for ourselves as coaches. They're quarterly, let's rally the troops and work together towards new goals. It's awesome. They've been called the Team Cup. They've been called the Fall Classic. And you guys, most of you have been around the block and participated in those types of things. We're going to do it a little differently in July. It's called Beat Your Best. It's going to be an individual competition. It's you competing with you. We have never done that before. And so Beat Your Best in July. When you start hearing about that, you'll know what we're talking about. But basically, there's 2 different ways to do it. Number 1 is you can earn more Success Club points than the highest number that you've earned in a 12-month look back. So if Michelle, who's on, if she wants to beat her best with this portion of the challenge, she needs to hit more points in July than she did in the entirety of any of the months, July 2017 to June, to this month, June. There's another way you can win medals and rewards and stuff, and that is if you challenge yourself rather than you personally to hit those Success Club goals, but also if your personally sponsored coaches do it. So the idea is try to achieve success in both realms. Those of you that are team builders and have an organization that you have coaches underneath you, you want to spur them on as well. So because, it's the business of duplication, and we're not successful unless our people are successful. And so this challenge will help that. Okay, moving on. That's Beat Your Best, and that's the Summit sale. To Be Mindset Cert I don't know why I put that on this part. Let's talk about it now. I mean, I was going to talk about it at the end. But basically, it is Beachbody Live's first ever nutrition course. It is created obviously with the principles of the 2B Mindset program, but taking it to the next level, understanding more about the science behind the why and the program itself. It's a deeper dive. You're going to learn, if you do take this certification, you are going to learn basically her favorite mindset shifts and strategies. You're going to learn how to lead groups by being an even better example. Let's see. Basically, it's just more tools in your tool belt to kind of position yourself as the expert in people's lives. I think the last thing I want to say about that is, I'm trying to talk fast for all of our sakes. I think the last thing I wanted to say, it's an online course. So it's not like you're going to go take a training at a local gym. It's always going to be with Alana, and it's a series of videos and some materials, some course materials. There's a live Q&A session and an exam. So that's kind of cool. You need to pass a test. So they're not just going to put this stamp of approval on anybody. You have to test for competency. In order to register, you're going to need to select a pre-scheduled Q&A session to attend. And the session will be an opportunity to get any questions you have answered by Alana herself prior to taking your test. You'll see a list of session options once registration becomes available, which is going to be later this year. Be sure you give yourself enough time to watch all the videos, absorb all the content. All right, before you schedule that Q&A. Let me see. Once you've passed the certification, you're going to receive a 1-year license granting you the right to practice as a certified 2B Mindset mentor. That's the word they're using, mentor, plus a certification of completion. You also have the opportunity to join the 2B Mindset Master Team, where we'll share ongoing training, advice, and support through our online community. My guess is that's kind of like a master trainer-like panel. I don't know. Rumor has it through the Beachbody Live world that they're not going to be using master trainers like myself for that. Oh, Sherry says it is. Sherry always knows a little bit more than me. I'm always like, Sherry, why don't you lead the call? She always knows a little bit more about everything than I do. Okay. But I think that there might be an opportunity for you guys there. If I don't want to say too much and then find out that I'm wrong about that information, but I think there's going to be some sort of like expert level that you can become part of. It's $99 at its initial promotional price. And then I think that there's continuity fees that go along with it too. I didn't see that in the FAQ, but I think I heard that at Summit, like a monthly fee because of probably ongoing content. Let's move on. Next topic, pumpkin Shakeology. Wait, I'm sorry. Are there any questions about registering for Summit next year? So crazy. I have to pack, by the way, still. Are there any questions about registering for Summit, the Beat Your Best Challenge, or the 2B Mindset? No? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right. Pumpkin Shakeology, pumpkin vegan Shakeology. It's a limited edition, so it's like going once and then gone. It is going to be rich and creamy with notes of pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. And it's basically going to be a fall, like limited edition for fall. Of course, all the normal benefits of Shakeology. It's a 14 single serving packet box. So that's totally different. We've never done anything like it, and you can't sign up for HD. So your customers that order it, you're not going to be able to get Success Club points for those orders. No Success Club points off those orders, and once they're gone, they're gone. It's a special deal. We should buy them and sell them on eBay for like $100 each. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's against policy and procedure in case Jemima ever watches this video. We will not be doing that. Okay. Vegan pumpkin Shakeology, yummy, limited time, 14 servings. You can buy multiple boxes. You just can't do HD. So if you want to go in there and buy 40 boxes, You can do it. And of course, the PV does count as normal PV. But I think, right? Yes, it should, but no Success Club points. If I'm wrong about that, feel free to let me know. Okay, moving on. I'm almost done, you guys. Shaun T has a new program. And I will totally check the chat in a second. And some of you guys might want to jump in and clean up what I'm saying. Shaun T, new program. It's called Transform 20. It is a 6-week, 20 minutes a day, fat-burning workout that is going to help us start our new year off. And Shaun T is magic. He's magical, and we're so glad to have him back in such a big way with such a prominent program. He plays on both the physical and emotional aspects of exercise. He really does. He always speaks to the emotional aspect. And so it's the first time ever that we are using a step bench. Other than that, there's no weightlifting. There's no like equipment other than our body and a step bench. It focuses on abs, legs, upper body, glutes, and it is Shaun T. That's called Transform 20. I think I said it's 6 weeks long. Then there is going to be a 6 workout edition. Okay, how many of you are part of Power Crew? Janet, anyone else here part of Power Crew? Cloud, yeah. Hi, Cloud. We're friends now because we had dinner together. 6 workouts added into the Shift Shop called the Proving Ground. And the reason I asked how many of you were from Power Crew is because your upline Cam is going to be featured in the Proving Ground. So that's super exciting. And there will be a new calendar. So they're just going to be feathered into that kit, like the online kit that we already have. You won't have to like unlock anything else or anything like that. It's just going to be added content. So there will be a new workout calendar, and there's, I believe that's going to happen in October, and there's going to be a competitive piece to it. So I think, don't quote me, I think it's going to be like you pick someone on the screen maybe, and you try to compete with them for reps. It's going to be different. It's going to be super athletic. All right, I'm going to wrap it up with, look at that, 18-minute summit recap. Boom. I'm going to wrap it up with, it's really important that we harness momentum coming out of summit. I mean that for both camps of you. There's 2 camps of you. There are those of you who didn't come to summit and those of you who did. There is momentum to be had for all. Those of you that didn't come to summit, there is massive network-wide momentum with new products, with new programming, new flavors, new energy that you're part of. Just because you didn't go to summit, you're part of that. There will be a rise in volume across the network. And if your new volume and income are related, and so be excited if you weren't there. It's okay. Just embrace, you're here tonight. These are the basic things you need to be aware of. And so hit the ground running. Really, in July, hit the ground running with a new kind of intensity and fervor to your business. Those of you that did come, you have an emotional and psychological edge now, and being fired up matters. We have new tools and skills that we learn by being there, new things to apply, and so take advantage of that. It's wind behind your back. It's wind behind your business's back. Get that summit ticket, set some new goals, write some stuff down, find a new Success Club partner, whatever it takes for you. We had a speaker, his name was Sean Aker. I'm just going to tell you my biggest, most profound takeaways from Summit. I go on to social media all the time, and I justify it, and it is justifiable, with our business, our storefront. We've heard that before, is social media. And what I realized painfully at Summit was that I've kind of become just a little bit preoccupied or obsessed with do people like me? Because I want attraction marketing, right? So how many likes did I get? Do people like me? Do I have any new followers? Do people like me? Do people like me? Do people like me? And I really was not super aware of it until listening to Michelle Myers, and I put that link to her call. If those of you that are part of Team PlayHard, I put the link to her session in our team page, but Sean Aker as well. They both really impressed upon me in different ways that it just needs to be less about, do they like me? Am I attractive in my business? And more about, how can I love more people? How can I be more loving and more of service? That was really, if I could take nothing else away personally, me, from Summit, it would be give more love in our social web. And yeah, so Sean Aker talked about how happiness and success are really intimately intertwined. Happiness and success, and not that being successful or making money makes you happy. That's not what I mean. I mean that happy people are more successful. I think I just said that better the second time. And without going too deeply into it, he challenged us to be grateful for 3 things a day, and not like, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my health, I'm thankful for my job. Not like the generic general stuff, because if we give our gratitude like that, it becomes white noise even to ourselves. But very specific things, like I'm grateful that I have a paid-for old vehicle that has 250,000 miles on it, but still runs awesome. Like something really specific. I'm thankful that I got to meet 2 new people in my class today, and that they enjoyed it. So something very specific. So 3 things a day that we're grateful for that are specific, and one contact that is just and solely to uplift someone else, like an email message or something to that effect. And so I'm going to open up a 21-day group that is just a place for us to give our 3 gratitude. Should take 0 time out of your day other than like 1 minute. The 3 things you're grateful for, and did you reach out to one person? And that's all it is. That's all it is. So I'm going to set up that group. If you're interested in joining that group, just let me know. I will shoot you the link to the group. That's all it's going to be. That's it. What are the 3 things you're grateful for that day for 21 days? And who did you reach out to bless with your uplifting words? That's it. Get yourselves to a Super Saturday coming up the 7th. So that's like next weekend, I think. Weekend after next. You're all over the map, so you're going to have to figure out where to go or host. Let us know. Let me know. Let your upline know if you have any questions about Super Saturday. That's like your mini microcosm of Summit. And then finally, just a reminder that Lift 4 is hot off the press, and that July 16th is when our coach accountability group and probably your challenge group is going to kick off. So those are my final reminders. That's all I've got. Looks like there's a lot of chat to be had. Let me see. Yes, Chelsea. Super good. You will succeed if you love hard, listen to people, and respond. So good. I don't know who's on the Samsung, but that is awesome that you're on a rooftop in North Carolina on the beach. Oh, that's awesome. Commitment. Good, Liz. All right. Any questions or comments? Let's take 5 minutes. So it'll be a 30-minute call. Questions, comments, summit, takeaways, anything I missed? Anything you want to add?
I like the part where the lady, I can't remember her name, but you were a circle, a square, a squiggle, or a triangle.
That was awesome. What else? Anything else? Have you storied that we're on together yet? Have you taken a story of this call? Oh, there you are, Miss Samsung on the roof. Look at you. It's commitment. That is commitment. Hi. It's you. Let me toggle over to the other screen. Anything else? Leona? Marcus? Kelly? Kelly doesn't like to sleep with me. I learned that. I accidentally put my leg on her in the middle of the night.
Well, this is Betty, and the only thing that I wanted to say, and you've said this in spades, I didn't go to Summit last year. I was just a new coach, but it is amazingly motivating. You know, I go to a lot of meetings I've attended, you know, I do a lot of PD, but having 20,000 plus coaches with a like mind in the same room, you can't put a price tag on that.
Mm-mm.
You can't get it from our computer. You can't get it from reading a book or being on the phone.
Nope.
It's not the same. It is totally not the same. I mean, I have 5 pages of notes that I'm still transcribing, and I feel so motivated to do all these things. And I loved Holly's call because Holly sent us a message that said, don't get overwhelmed. Just go to your notes, try to do a couple of things, get organized. Don't try to boil the ocean right now. But I feel like I'm going to do that if I go through all my notes and try to do everything at once. I'm going to totally burn out. So if you didn't go to Summit this year, you really missed out. It was just the best. And I can't wait for next year. So please go. Whatever you have to do, figure out a way to go.
Totally.
And I wanted to say something real quick. When I came on, I was really excited to see all these faces on here of the people that we all bonded with while we were at Summit. It was so great that Holly had that party so that we could all get together and meet across teams. So I hope you guys are doing the same thing, just smiling at all your new friends and all of how much our family has grown just by being there together, right? It was awesome. So it was so good to see you guys, and I want to see more of this together. I think it's great that we're all bonded in such an awesome way.
Totally. Marcus, what about you?
I'm so sorry I missed Summit.
That's okay. It's all right.
I'm so sorry.
No guilt.
We had our babysitter set up like over 3 months prior before Summit, which is happened to me with my mother-in-law, and she canceled 3 days before.
I know.
And there was no way that I could find anybody else. We looked, but we're really excited to come next year and to meet everybody that I didn't meet this year. And Summit is so powerful. I'm so happy for everybody got to go today or this weekend. I'm hearing myself back in the mirror. It's weird. I'm on the beach in North Carolina, so sorry.
That's okay. Thanks, Danae. Marcus, it was your first time ever. What did you think?
Well, I had an amazing time. I was nervous going in because, you know, I'm kind of a socially awkward person around people I don't know. And so I was afraid to meet everybody, but it was really cool because just being part of the group and trying to, you know, following the posts and getting to know you and Jake and Sherry and Dana and everybody else on our team. And when I got there, it was just like, I knew everybody already. And I had the most amazing time getting to know everybody and just being there in that atmosphere. It just, like, I came home, like, I was so excited that, and everybody who asked, so how was your trip? I'm like, oh my God, it was so amazing. And I learned so much and I just can't wait, you know? And so I loved it. So yay, I'm ready for the year.
That's awesome. All right, you guys, that was, it's been 30 minutes, so I will upload the recording. Let me know if you guys want it. I'll throw it in Team Fit Finances because I think we all, whatever little team we're on, we all have access to that page. I'll throw the recording in there. I really appreciate you guys' time and your interest and that you showed up. So feel free to share the recording with anyone in your downline that missed and feels like they maybe are missing out on what's happening right now with the network. All right. Good night, you guys.